Hey guys, how's it going? My name's the Breph and welcome to today's Pokemon Challenge video. Today I'm making like S Club 7 and bringing it all back to where it started in Generation 1 with all the weird and wacky mechanics. And I'm asking the question, can you beat Pokemon Blue with only a Bellsprout? Before we begin, let's go over the rules. Firstly, I'll only be able to use Bellsprout in battle. I will need others in the party for HM use, however. Secondly, I won't be allowed to use any items in battle, and seeing as held items weren't a thing in Gen 1, this is a completely itemless run. Lastly, I'm feeling a little bit cocky for this one, so I'm banning the use of TMs. That means we have to run the gauntlet with Bellsprout's moves and Bellsprout's moves alone. But I've got a little trick up my sleeve for that one, so I'm hoping it won't be too bad. In terms of stats, Bellsprout is actually really bad. In Gen 1 there wasn't a split between the special attack and special defense, so it means that Bellsprout actually has a base special of 70, which isn't bad, but given that Grass is its main typing and is a special attack, I'm a bit disappointed. However, the 75 in attack is always helpful. The rest of the stats, let's just forget about those for now. So, to begin with, we give our character a highly inventive name like Breph. And no, this joke isn't getting old to me yet. Before naming our rival Andy, after Andy Snider, who politely requested this challenge in the comments. Forgive me if I mispronounced your name at all there, Andy, but thank you for the support, and this one's for you. The game begins, so Professor Oak comes to save us from the deadly grass and brings us to the lab, where we discover that by some miracle of Gen 1's stupid AI, also known as the Pokemon Randomizer, Bellsprout has replaced Bulbasaur as a starter. We choose that one and give him the appropriate nickname Bellend. I don't think that needs any explanation. From there, making sure our Bellend and ball are tucked neatly into our waistband, we go to leave the lab, but for some reason Andy tells us to get it out and we flop into a battle. Initially, we get our Bellend to grow to a pretty respectable size before whipping Charmander with our vine to the point of making it pass out with exhaustion. The next task is to go and get Oak's parcel from the Pokemart, run it back to the lab, get our Pokedex and get on our way. At level 10 I decide to try the rival fight. Luckily for us, in Gen 1 Gust was a normal type move instead of flying, and the AI is, well, unique to say the least. At 1 HP, literally all Andy needed to do was scratch us. Except he only uses Growl with the Charmander and we end up winning the fight before heading through to Brock. At level 16 we take on the Rock type gym and it's about as easy as you might expect. We head through Mount Moon and arrive in Cerulean, deciding to take on the rival fight and head to see Bill. Andy challenges us and sends out his Pidgeotto. It lands quick attack and a critical gust, but thanks to the power of Gen 1 Wrap, it's an easy kill. For those who don't know, in Gen 1, moves like Wrap and Fire Spin were some of the most powerful ones due to their continuous effect. Basically, as well as dealing damage over time, the opposition can't move while under the effects of it. You can see how this might be a touch broken, right? Well, thanks to Wrap, we win the fight and make our way on into Bill. We activate the cell separation system and get our tickets to the SS Anne. The police officer has moved aside from the destroyed house, but we head into Misty anyway because nothing pleases our Bellend more than destroying a gym girl, right? Anyway, Misty uses water type Pokemon, so it was a really easy victory. From there we head to the SS Anne and battle our rival once again. On the way we levelled up enough to replace Vine Whip with Razor Leaf. Even being 15 levels higher, we barely make it through. But a win's a win, and before we know it, Bellend and I are off to rub some semen so he gives us the HM for cut. We bypass Lieutenant Surge in a move that will totally not come back to bite us on the arse, and trek through the rock tunnel, where we meet a hiker who seems very fond of Pat Benatar, before tackling Erica's gym. Our Bellend practices the art of safety and wraps up Victory Bell before decimating the Tangler and Vileplume, gaining us yet another badge. We manage through the game corner and meet Giovanni for the first time. Easy to beat given he uses ground type Pokemon. After slapping him about, we pick up the Sylph Scope and head into the Pokemon Tower, bumping into Andy, who makes a pretty suggestive threat towards our Bellsprout. In return, we wrap him up and send him packing. At the top of the tower, we encounter Mr. Fuji and obtain the Pokeflute. Next on the list of things to accomplish, the Sylph Company and those poxy warp tiles. We make it through to yet another encounter with Andy, and my god has he become stronger in the 10 minutes it's taken us to get there. Even being 21 levels higher than him, his Pidgeot still outspeeds us, allowing him to get off a nasty wing attack before we have a chance to do anything. Unfortunately, strategy doesn't really serve a purpose here. I mean, Wrap is powerful in these situations, good enough to eliminate tough Pokemon, but this is a bad situation. Pidgeot always goes for wing attack, and although the Execute and Gyarados go down to a total of 3 acids between them, we're outsped by Alakazam, who usually goes for a powerful Psybeam or Confusion against us. In the only turn we managed to get past it, we had 9 health, and the Charizard took care of the rest. So I decided to put it on hold for a while and go off to tackle as much else of the game as I can before coming back. We head into the Safari Zone, and by the time we're finished, we have the HM for Surf and the HM for Strength under our belt. Next, we decide to face Koga, as we're here. He wastes turns using X items on his Pokemon, which give us nice free hits of damage, meaning defeating him was simple enough. Next on the list of things to do, I decided to tick off the box that says Surf down to Cinnabar and try my hand at Blaine. For some idiotic reason, I didn't put 2 and 2 together and realised why I couldn't fly yet, so I walked all the way from Koga's gym back to Pallet Town, surfed down to the Pokemon Mansion and grabbed the secret key before heading into Blaine's gym. Growlithe, Ponyta and Rapidash all went down fairly easily, but Arcanine comes out and hits a deadly Fire Blast, burning our Bellend badly enough that the fight is over almost immediately. I decide not to try and do that again, so at level 67 I head back up, batter aside Andy, and yes, I totally forgot to press record for that bit. I know, I'm an idiot. And walk into Giovanni's business meeting. Pretty much as soon as we're done walking in, we're walking out victorious with the Master Ball in our grasp. We've gained access to Sabrina's gym now, so that's our destination. Razor Leaf, Slam and a little bit of Acid were all we needed for our Bellend to overpower Sabrina and have its own way with her. At the end of such a brutal scene too, she gives us the Marsh Badge as a reward. Outside, I finally put 2 and 2 together and realised that I can't fly because I never went to beat Lieutenant Surge. I told you that wouldn't come back to bite us on the arse at all. Well, no matter, we head into the gym, and I don't know if this is a Gen 1 quirk or whether it's intentional, but I've always found the switch in the top left corner, so getting through the traps is easy enough. Given our Bellend is now 69 and Surge is 24, take a guess at how that went. With my IQ now back up into the double digits, we head off to Cinnabar and Blaine's gym. It was still a challenge, but a couple of levels was really all I needed. We survived the Arcanine with 47 HP, and with a terribly blistered and burnt Bellend, we claim our 7th badge. I'm actually going to skim over the Giovanni gym fight. All of his ground Pokemon go down way too easily, but now we've reached a point in the run that I can only describe as hellish. The last rival fight before the Elite Four. Most of Andy's team are fairly easy this time. The Pidgeot goes down in 2 hits, Execute is a single acid takedown, Gyarados gets stun locked by Wrap, and Alakazam needs 2 Razor Leafs or a single Slam. The problem is that Slam's accuracy isn't the best, and the infamous 1 in 256 glitch definitely affects Razor Leaf. I've had it a few times over the run so far, but we've always been a high enough level that it hasn't really affected us too badly. Apart from now. The majority of the time, when it comes to Alakazam, Slam misses, And even when it doesn't, sometimes Razor Leaf does, thanks to that Poxy glitch. Essentially, if we take any damage from any of the Pokemon, we're not going to be able to beat the Charizard, as it outspeeds us and a single flamethrower practically melts us. This impasse pretty much made me turn off the game for 2 straight days. I hate grinding, but it needed to be done, so I went off and defeated every single available trainer left to us in the entire region, and it gave me a solid 5 levels. So I come back to Andy at level 76, and this time, it's a victory. We use Wrap on pretty much everything, and are even able to survive a flamethrower from Charizard. We only had 25 HP, but we did it. By the time we make it through Victory Road, we're level 80, and I have an idea. So I spend all of my available money on full restores, save at the entrance, and head in to challenge Lorelei. My aim here isn't to beat the Elite Four, just the first few Pokemon. See, Dewgong gives us a smidge over 2000 XP, while only taking a single Razor Leaf to KO. By contrast, I was getting maybe 400 odd XP from each Machoke in Victory Road. So, my high level IQ idea is to go through the Elite Four as many times as I have to, until I level up enough where it's possible to beat all 4 and the champion. Each time I get defeated, I go and buy all the full restores I can. This way I stay stocked up on healing items for in between battles, and the loss of money I get for losing doesn't actually affect me. I'll cut to the chase. It was a brilliant method. At level 84, I sweep through Lorelei with Razor Leaf, Bruno with Razor Leaf and Acid, and get onto Agatha. By using Razor Leaf on the Gengar and Haunter, and Wrap on the Arbok and Golbat, we get through to Lance. We sweep the Dragon Masters team with Acid and Razor Leaf on the Aerodactyl. Here, I make a power play statement. I heal up, use an elixir, and save my game. I'm strong enough to sweep through the Elite Four, I'm strong enough to sweep the champion. At least, that's what I was thinking. In truth, it did take a few resets, and a couple of extra levels may have made it more comfortable. But nonetheless, Champion Andy awaits us now. First out is Pidgeot. We attempt to Wrap, but it misses, and we get Mirror moved, locking us into the trap we intended to use against him. Regardless, we Wrap it down into a decent range and finish it off with Acid. Alakazam is out and it uses Psybeam, taking us down to just above half health. We Wrap it and let the Gen 1 quirk do the job from there. Rhydon's out next, and a literal moment later, he's not out anymore. Executor emerges and manages to hit us with Hypnosis, Barrage and Stomp, taking us down to a measly 22 HP. 2 acids later and Gyarados is up. We abuse the life out of Wrap and stunlock Gyarados into non-existence. His final Pokemon, and the final Pokemon for this challenge, is Charizard. And we're on a slither of health. Single hit and we're back to the start. But just like Gyarados, we stunlock and Wrap Charizard back into its ball, and my Bellend and I have beaten Andy, and subsequently his challenge. Bellsprout is officially a Pokemon League champion. We head into the Hall of Fame with Professor Oak and register ourselves and our Bellend as official champions, ending the game with a total play time of 19.25 hours. At the beginning of this challenge, I asked a simple question. Can you beat Pokémon Blue with only a Bellsprout? The answer? Yes. Yes, you can. This was actually a really fun challenge to do. I mean, Gen 1's always fun to play with all its weird mechanics and stupid AI. Any Pokemon that can learn something like Wrap, or especially Fire Spin actually, would be an easy ride throughout the whole game. I would definitely recommend attempting this challenge yourself. Maybe even substituting Bellsprout for Ponyta or something like that if you wanted to make it a tad easier on yourself. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like and comment down below any challenges you might want to see me take on in the future. And please, join me next time where I ask the question, can you beat Pokemon Ruby with only a Zigzagoon? Anyway, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.